Hello, everyone. It's Cheldin Barlatt Rumer from This Is It TV, IG Creative. We are back. We are back. We all made it. Survived the weekend. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, October 17th. So I'm attempting, and Ben Baker, who's I'm going to do a little shout out, has been giving me some days, right? Giving me some days because I think that every day now is a holiday, right? At least for me, and at least for the World Wide Web, because us social media fools have decided that there is a holiday for every single day of the year, right? And it's Quesadilla Day, and it's Nurse Day, and it's all these things, all valid, all exciting. So today, according to my Ben, today is National Boss Day, which is amazing. Amazing. So today is National Boss Day. I'm excited. Happy Boss Day to all of you, and you know we celebrate the entrepreneurial spirit here, so it is appropriate for us to celebrate that. So be nice to your bosses today. Thank you, gentlemen. Be nice to your bosses today, and make sure that you say thank you, thank you, thank you to them. It's National Bosses Day. I guarantee that I will do more about that throughout the day. I'll probably do a nice little graphic that you can all share and show your appreciation for those who employ you. How's that sound? That sounds good. The other day, the other additional day for today, if that makes sense, is National Pasta Day. Am I right, Ben? National Pasta Day. So, you know I'm on my health food journey. You know I'm on my fitness journey, but it is a holiday. It's justified, right? So it's completely justified for me to eat a big bowl of whatever pasta I want. And this isn't me. This is the World Wide Web that's saying it's National Pasta Day. So who am I to argue? So I will at some point put some pasta in my face today. So it's National Pasta Day and it's National Boss Day. So celebrate those days all day long. We'll send over some graphics to you from This Is It TV so you can be able to do that. You know that we are your daily dose of lifestyle news, celebrating the entrepreneurial spirit here every morning, 9 a.m. at the Idea Performing Arts Center on the Camden Waterfront, here at the BB&T Pavilion. We are so excited that we get to keep doing this every day, that we get to be here, that we get to keep sharing some stories with you. We get to meet additional entrepreneurs each and every day that have an entrepreneurial journey. We let them have their marketing voice be shared with our community of This Is It TV fans, friends, and family. So thank you so much for joining us. If you have watched us for the past 3 weeks within this new format, you know that it is time for my morning message. And I love to start each show with the morning message. We're gonna add the days of the week, so because that's just super fun. And who doesn't wanna celebrate every single day with something new? So we're going to add that into the mix. But the morning message is not going anywhere. The morning message is really, really important to me because that gets us kind of inspired for the day. It allows for us to kind of get some focus, different topics, different days, and they go in conjunction with the guests that we have. So it's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I'm going to start the morning message. My morning message for today is about the pivot. And pivot, I think, is a really sexy way of saying change. You know, before it was like I was broke and now I'm pivoting, you know, as opposed to like get yourself up, figure it out, be able to go to the next space. And I think that when you're in transition, or if you're about to change, whether it be changing your jobs, or whether it be changing where you're going to live, or being able to change your career altogether, I call it a pivot. You may call it transition. You may call it simply just it's time to make a change in your life and be able to identify what is wrong and how to be able to move to the next level, how to be able to really create that change that will bring about all of that positivity that you need within your life. A lot of us live within that dark place or even that slightly uncomfortable place for far too long. I know this isn't right. I know that my job isn't right. I know I don't feel right from a health standpoint. I know I'm not working out. I know all of these things may not be going exactly how they should be going. Or in worst case, they're just awful. They're horrible. I'm in a really, really dark place. But how do you gain enough courage? And we've talked about courage so many times. How do we gain enough courage in order to be able to pivot or to make that transition? Who can we call in order to be able to help us? And in a lot of cases, we can't do it by ourselves. And a lot of people say, you know, I got it, and I'm one of those people. Guarantee if you see me and you're like, Cheldin, are you going through something? And I say, I got it, most likely I don't got it. I would give you 100%, I don't got it. So, or my other favorite one is, I'm fine. Which in most cases means I am absolutely not fine. So that's just a warning for all of you out there. If I say those words, either I got it or I'm fine, I'm most likely neither of those things. And a lot of us try to say that to convince ourselves that we've got it or we're fine or I'm okay, I don't need your help. There's a lot of bravery that you need to kind of muster up in order to be able to take help from other people or even seek help, whether it be through periodicals or books or magazines or websites. It takes a little bit of courage and it takes a lot of honesty to be able to recognize that you're not necessarily in a good place. We are here to tell you that the majority of us, if not all of us, go through those dark times. We go through the times where we don't necessarily feel the strongest, or we don't feel the most confident, or heck, maybe other things are going on in our life that we can't control, or we actually had a role in the fact that this isn't working. All of this, and you know that we are judgment free here, we know that that is life. That is the way life happens. How are you going to get out of that? How are you going to get out and become an active part of your own transition? How are you going to pivot? It takes courage. It takes the ability and confidence enough to be able to reach out to somebody who may have the answers and say, can you help me? Is there something that I can do to be able to make my life better? But before you even determine the resources that are out there, the personnel that's out there, the organizations and agencies and businesses that can help you get out of that particular situation, you have to come to terms with where you are and be very, very honest about that. You know if you're going through something tough at this particular point, but you may not necessarily know how to get out of it. But there are plenty of resources of folks that can be able to help you. And the majority of people that are out there in the World Wide Web, especially our This Is It TV community, are most likely going through a little bit of the same things. So it's our job, we are dedicated to bringing you entrepreneurs that can assist you in getting through and navigating all of these transitions that you may have. Your pivot might not be my pivot. Your transition might not be the same as Tom, Dick, Harry, anybody else out there. But there are other resources that you can kind of capitalize on or tap into to be able to get you to the next space. The key is really on you being honest about your current situation, you being comfortable with saying, you know what, I may need help, or my goodness, I don't want my life this way anymore. Or even if there's slight changes, what could I possibly do to be able to make some change? It's being honest. It's asking yourself the necessary questions. You know people are coming and they're asking you, and I know when people come up to me and they're, are you fine, are you good? They're looking at me as if they know I am not fine and I am not good. But in a lot of ways, they feel comforted in the I'm fine and I got it. It lets them pivot away from my drama and my situation. And there may be people in your life that are doing the same thing. They want you to be okay and they're gonna take your word for it. But deep down, there may be other issues. There may be things and challenges in your life that you really need to be able to get over. It's about being comfortable. It's about being comfortable with yourself and where you currently are in order to recognize that it's time for a pivot. And be okay with the fact that life is made up of a series of different pivots. And some are long and some are short. Some happen on a whim. Some are calculated. But regardless of wherever you are or wherever you want to go and whatever change you need, be confident that that is your journey. And This Is It TV is designed to be able to share your journey and allow for you to be confident within that. We know that every day is a challenge. New challenges pop up every single day. It was funny that I think I mentioned this a little bit before. I was seeing somebody to kind of work through some stuff. He was great, absolutely great. And he would sit down with me and he would say, Cheldin, over the course of a month, your life can go up and down and up and down and up and down. And I'm just looking at him and he was like, what is there something funny? Because I started to chuckle. He's like, is there something funny? I go, that's before lunch. My life goes up and down before lunch, not throughout the course of a month, based on emails and text messages and the speed in which my life is going. Every moment of my life has a different emotion, and sometimes I feel like. So it was important for me to become centered. It was important for me to do something like this that gave me a purpose, gave me a voice for me to be able to use my skills, my techniques, my tactics in order to help all of you. He was helpful to me because I was able to sit down with him and gain some perspective and understand that it was okay, regardless of whether or not it was up and down throughout the month or whether up and down before lunch, that whatever it is I was feeling or experiencing at that time was okay. And that I needed to allow myself to feel all of those things in order to get to a better place. And I am working on it every single day in order to get to a better place. And for me, one of my purposeful things that I need to do through this program is to help you get to a better place. And through the guests that we have on our show, we will definitely be able to help you do that. It is going to be an amazing show today. We are so super excited. Be comfortable within your pivot. It's time for you to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And we will begin to learn how to do that through all of the different episodes that we will have. Cain will be coming out and meeting me in a little bit, and we'll be talking about all of the different things that she's up to and how she's helping people pivot, helping people transition. We'll find out exactly what she does, how she can help you, and how you can get in touch with her. This Is It TV has been created for you to be able to help you find your marketing voice, celebrating the entrepreneurial spirit, and for you to know that you are not alone, that your experiences aren't only and solely yours, and you can be able to help people within your community just like we're helping you. So thank you so much for tuning in. We will be right back with more This Is It TV with Cheldin Barlatt Rumer as we talk about pivoting, transition, and change. We'll see you all in a little bit. Hello everyone, it's Cheldin Barlatt Rumer from This Is It TV, IG Creative. Well, this is it. It's time for you to scream your dreams. Through my agency, IG Creative, I've spent close to 2 decades working with small business owners and entrepreneurs, helping them find their marketing voice. Now, through our Scream Your Dream program, we can help you. Our Scream Your Dream program comes in an array of different packages. Whether you're looking for a one-on-one experience, whether you work better within groups, or independently online, we have something for you. We've created this program specifically for small business owners, entrepreneurs, and independent sales professionals. We want to help you find your marketing voice. For more information on Scream Your Dream, log on to screamyourdream.com. We're here to help. And we are back with more This Is It TV with Cheldin Barlatt Rumer. I mean, I get to meet so many amazing people, and I thank God for the World Wide Web every day of my life, because now I'm connected and the community keeps growing. And I received this email, and it was from transition coach, consultants. What do you consider?
A certified transformation coach.
Certified transformation coach. And we're going to learn a little bit about that, because I know the coaching world has expanded, but we want to be specific about the type of coach that you communicate with, the type of coach that you go after. And Karyn is my new friend, so we're going to figure it out. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for coming.
Your introduction was amazing.
Oh,
right on point. And I love the pivot.
It's the pivot. It's a fancy word.
If you don't like transformation, you can pivot.
It's the truth. I have to pivot, because everybody was like, oh, what are you changing? Pivot just sounds better to me, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
And whatever gets you through.
I totally agree.
Okay. Well, tell me how long you've been doing this.
It has not been long.
Okay.
But I have been a health and fitness coach.
Right. You told me that.
For about 4.5 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
But only since actually the end of May was when I got certified.
Yeah,
I'm a certified FitLife.tv transformation coach.
I love that.
And that was my pivot.
Yes, yes.
Definitely.
Now, you just decided in pivoting, what was the need for this? Did you see that there was a need out there to be able to fill?
Okay, so as I was a health and fitness coach, I was struggling internally big time.
Yes.
So I had this persona that everything was great, like you talked about, but everything was not great.
Everything was not great.
It wasn't great.
Yeah.
So I really needed to step it up and be brave and go outside of the box.
Oh, I love this.
And so stick, all natural, pure.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
then I found out that they had the certification.
Yeah.
So I made a decision that this is what I wanted to do, and I was going to make it happen.
Yes.
So I went through their program, the 90-day transformation program. So that's what happened.
Yes.
And through that process, I was becoming certified.
Okay, fair.
And so since then, my life has completely, it's just, I'm a totally different person.
Wow.
And I'm able to help others see their light.
Yeah.
Because we all have a light.
We all We
inside.
all have it. We all have it. And it's so hard often to kind of pull it through and see it because we live in a cluttered space, right? So now, I'm not even talking about social media. I'm talking about your day-to-day life. If there was no social media, you would still live in a cluttered life. You have to work, right. You know what I mean? A lot of people are like, oh, it's social media, it's the messages, you know, and it is. I mean, to an extent, there's all these things kind of coming at you, but life is still a thing, right? You have a husband, you have kids, you have work, you have recreation, you have your friends, you have all of doctor's appointment. You have so many things in a day that you need to get through.
Which then you also have excuses.
And truth. I mean, she's honing right at it, right? Okay, let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
You have excuses.
You have excuses.
Right.
So what I try to do as a coach, you know, motivate and try to make people realize that you really have to take care of number one. So that you can take care of everyone else and all of your responsibilities in daily life, because it's going to be that much more fulfilling if you feel good internally, and then you can share that. So, I mean, I coach to make people feel good about themselves. And it's more of an inside job. And it's an inside job.
I love that. But it's the truth.
And it's body, mind, spirit. So the program, you know, it can be different programs. But I did a 90-day. I'm doing a 30-day. I can do private coaching. So there's all different aspects depending on the need. Flexibility. Because we all need flexibility.
Right.
So, but it's not just a nutrition plan. There's more involved as far as
like putting it all
holistic
together.
Body, mind, spirit, affirmations, meditations, treatments, you know, different things that you can do to uplift your spirits.
So it's not necessarily just about your diet. It's not necessarily just about your physique. It's really about that mental place as well.
It's how you feel. And I'm telling you, my clients right now, I have a group that's just finishing up. This is their last week of their 90-day.
Congratulations.
Yes,
that's awesome.
I'm sure they're watching.
I'm sure.
You guys are awesome.
Yay. So 90 days.
So they're finishing up their 90 days, and they're just beaming with light and energy, and they haven't necessarily met their goals. And everybody's on their own journey.
Right, for sure.
It's very customizable, and everyone is on their own journey. There's no comparison whatsoever. But just to see their outlook on life, and you talk about social media, you know, I promote them to share with the world, because they are truly beaming with a new vibration.
I mean, I think, and it's great because a lot of people say this, you know, a lot of people that are like, you know, social media is so much, but for me, it's therapeutic. Like for me, you know, this show is therapeutic for me. I mean, half of the messages, if not all of them, I'm speaking to myself specifically about pivoting and change and being brave, and saying it out loud allows for it to become
saying
real.
Out loud is huge.
You know?
Huge.
And I think that all of you were coming from a different place. I'm sure all of your clients were coming from a different place, and then you were able to kind of hone in on each of their goals. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's different, like I said. And so in this particular group of people, we do a weekly call. It's a Google Hangout, so we all get to see each other and discuss successes, struggles, anything. And so it's support. And you were talking about, I'm fine. But no, you need help.
Yes.
You know, so you need that support system. It's key. It's key in life to have a support system.
I agree.
And that's where I was at the bottom, thinking, you know,
I'm alone.
I wouldn't reach out to anybody for help, and so there I sat, and I brewed in that darkness.
Brewing. That's a significant word, because that's what it is, right?
You're just like
your favorite coffee, but it's that you're brewing in there, like,
you're
and nothing's getting any better. You're kind of holding on to all of those negative thoughts and multiplying them. Like, and when you step out of that, some of those thoughts either could have been controlled, negated, deleted. but you were living in them so you couldn't see the forest through the trees. Is that a thing? That's a kind of thing. And that's when you're living in all of that, and you're constantly talking yourself into that negative space.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah. This is bad, I hate my job, I hate my this, I hate my that. You live it.
And you know, the mind, it's so quick to just take control of all of your emotions.
Wow, that's great.
So quick.
That's great. So 90 days. So now you went through the 90-day program as well.
Yes.
And so it's not one of those things where you're encouraging people to do something you haven't done.
Right. Well, that was my goal. Yeah. And I mean, and I stuck to it to a T because I wanted to go through exactly what I would be taking people through on their journey. So I was very dedicated.
Yes.
I actually, because I'm a vegetarian, so I had to kind of not go to the extreme. And it's very flexible.
Right.
So we implement intermittent juicing.
Okay.
So and there's customizable flexibility with that.
Yeah.
The program is amazing. It's just so the program itself, as far as nutrition, it's a detox program. It's removing, and you talked about pasta today. So,
I know. Sorry.
So I would say, well,
today.
that was gluten-free pasta, right?
Obviously. Obviously.
So you're going to remove gluten, sugar, processed food, dairy. And the unique thing about doing that is that your mind, you have more clarity. Mental clarity starts to come out. Yeah. And you actually become more creative, and you see things in a different light.
Because there are so many. I mean, I think that the majority of people don't understand, and I have some nutritionist friends that are bringing some things to light for me, and you know, there's some things and programs that I even personally work within that are bringing some things to light. You don't really understand the amount of toxins that are in the food in which we eat. Now, and I'm not saying, and again, I never speak on perfection, please. I promoted pasta day 2 seconds ago, so I can't really say anything. But my goal is to be able to reduce the amount of toxins in your life, and things that you even think are healthy are full of these kind of toxins.
Chemicals.
So you're basically saying, like, when you reduce that, now your mind can think in a different way.
Definitely.
Because it's not literally being poisoned.
Yes.
Truth.
Yes,
truth. You know what I mean? It's not literally being poisoned, and you have a different perspective. Is that what you're trying to say?
Absolutely.
Okay, fair enough. Wow.
And it might be hard to believe, but
imagine.
I mean, just a simple thing for everybody to do is when you're in the grocery store and you're looking at boxes of your favorite nutrition bar, protein bar,
candy
pick
bar.
Pick that box.
Some of them are candy bars.
Exactly.
I mean,
you're
relative.
Right. Full of sugar.
Right.
Yes, full of.
You're like, is this supposed to be good for me?
Exactly. So
I might as well have the Snickers.
You know, and that's the other thing that I can bring to the table is I've had so much experience with shopping for the best of the best within my rules of no gluten anyway. So so I can definitely just steer people in the right direction when even in the grocery store. I did the other day at the grocery store. This woman started asking me about almond milk. Next thing I know, I'm taking her to the protein shake aisle and I'm having this whole conversation with her. But I'm sure that I gave her a lot to think about just in a matter of 5 minutes. So but yes, you take that box off of the shelf and you look at the ingredients.
Yes.
If you can't read those ingredients, that box goes back on the shelf.
Right.
That's the way that.
And that's a simple rule, right? That's a simple rule. Like if you can't read and pronounce, and I'm not sure on all of your skill sets with the English language, but if you can't read or understand, right, the words, I mean, like no judgment, but if you can't understand the words that are on the box, and then you can look at it and understand the magnitude of the amount of sugar.
Oh yeah, the sugar
that is in. I mean, that was one. I mean, Lauren Credis is an amazing trainer and friend of mine, nutritionist of mine, and so she said, Cheldin, the sugar alone, and not to overwhelm me because the whole thing is quite overwhelming. You go to your grocery store, there's aisles and aisles of things that say low fat, no fat, less sugar, whatever, sugar free. Where do I go? How do I begin? And so one of the things she told me, she was like, the sugar intake. Flip it over. One, you should read it. She said that as well. Once you should read it. And then the sugar intake. Just make sure that the sugar is appropriate. Like some of these are like 32 grams of sugar. I was like, oh, I'll have a green tea. The sweetened green teas that are out there have 32 2 grams of sugar.
Might as well be drinking a soda.
Might as well be drinking a soda. Might as well be drinking a soda. And I was really obsessed with, I love my cup of coffee. And I was actually talking to another professional, and I was drinking large, hot hazel, Yeah. And he was like, how many do you have of those a day? And I was like, well, depending on the day and the stress and whatever, maybe 2 or 3. And he was like, would you eat 3 sundaes in one day? And I was like, no. Then why would you have 3 scoops of ice cream throughout the day? Like, would you just walk through the day and be like, oh, it's more ice cream, oh, another ice cream? Would you just go do that? And I was like, no. He says that's in essence what you're doing. And I was like, all right, fine. But this is
and it's cyclical, so it's an addiction, and it just brings you in and reels you in. So once you have something, then you want more and more and more, and your body craves that sugar. So it's a vicious cycle.
It is a vicious cycle, but I love what you're doing because you're able to walk people through it. Mm-hmm. It seems like a manageable time frame, right? 90 days may seem a lot to a lot of you, but it's a nice time frame, right?
It's a nice time frame. Yeah. It's because even when I did it, I kept saying to myself, you got this. It's only 3 months. It's 90 days. 90 days. You can do this for 90 days. You can do this. And the results, I'll use my one client, Elena. Yeah. And she's almost done, but her check-in last week, so they also check in every Monday with their progress. Okay. And 31 pounds.
Stop.
10 inches off of her waist.
Wow.
In not even 3 months.
Wow. She cut out the
beaming.
Toxins. She cut it out.
She's beaming. Yeah. Her face is glowing.
Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about the discipline, because I feel like it takes a little bit of personal discipline in order to be able to do that. Do you help us with the discipline?
Yes.
That, I guess, is my concern. Right. You know what I mean? Sit down. No. But you know what I mean? There's a piece of that to it as well, right?
Well, definitely there's a piece of it. I mean, you have to want it, okay? Yeah. But I would say that once you start to feel, even in the first week of the program, once you start to feel this new vibrational energy, clearer thinking, more clarity, you want it. Yeah. You want it more. Yeah. And it's becomes fairly easy and routine. So I would say the first month, it's the hardest. Yeah. But once you start to get into a routine, it becomes second nature. Right. And believe it or not, when we're talking about those processed foods, those things start to taste and smell even odd. Right. You can actually hone in. Your life becomes so pure with a real food that. Interesting. Yeah.
I want it to smell bad. I do.
It does.
I want you to smell bad, Oreo cookie. I want you to smell bad. We need to get ourselves to the place where the Oreo cookie smells bad. I need that in my life. But I think that it's interesting.
Right. Or you say, okay, I'm going to have a cheat moment.
Yeah. And we allow that.
We do allow that.
That's good. Okay, that's good. I mean, this is about living, right?
We are human beings, so we are not perfect. Yes. I will never be perfect by all means.
Yes.
But I do the best I can every day, and that's what we teach our clients is we strive to do 1% better every day. 1%.
Right.
So in 90 days, look where you are if you do it 1%. So
be 90% better than yourself. How wonderful is that?
Yeah. How wonderful is that? It's amazing.
That is so fun.
It's amazing.
So you take people from all walks of life, right? So this group that you're in right now is a little bit of everything.
It's a little bit of everything, all over the country. It could be all over the world. It's basically, thank God for the internet, like you said. I mean, I thrive off of it because
it's community of people that you've now created that have all gone through this like-minded program, and then ideally not only stay in touch through the program but post the program, right?
Post and support each other. I mean, the support system alone, and that's one of the big things is accountability, which my coaching skills, I'm really big on accountability. Right. So basically how my group works, this 90-day group, there's a secret Facebook group. Okay. I post something every evening that they have to kind of go through the questions, and so they tell how their day was, what they had, how they feel. Mondays they do more of a check-in on they do a weigh-in, and so there's a support system there.
Yeah.
So if I'm not, obviously I can't be there 24/7
of course.
reporting into your Facebook posts, but the others can.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful.
Any kind of questions, and again, are you going through this, or am I, you know what I mean? Am I the only one? Like those types of things.
They can share.
Where even maybe, whether student to instructor or, client to coach, might not necessarily be the most comfortable conversation, not that this is an open forum, kind of thing, but to say, okay, did you experience this, or did you, being able to create the community in that way?
Yes.
I love that.
Absolutely.
I love that.
It's beautiful. I mean, honestly, it is beautiful.
So mind, body, and soul, that's what we're dealing with, right? And so we're really focusing on getting rid of those toxins. You talked a little bit about meditation. How does that kind of play into the whole thing?
So in the program, there are, each week, there's a mindset piece of it. Right. So that's the spirituality mindset piece. So, it varies from one week it might be do something to take care of yourself, to give yourself a hand massage, or take a bath, or that kind of thing. Really nurture yourself and your well-being.
Right.
Then there's affirmations, there's meditation. So there's different techniques to start to implement, and a lot of people aren't aware of that. And honestly, to feel really good about yourself, and also just to center yourself. I know you mentioned centering yourself in this mad, crazy, hectic world.
It's nuts.
I mean,
and then not really having, and because you're so busy, because you're running around, because you have all these obligations and needs, and people everybody needs, you know what I mean? Something from you, whether it be time, money, whatever it is, you very rarely take the time to center yourself and just say, either be grateful or acknowledge, gratitude. You know what I mean? Which is huge, and a new thing for me, which is crazy because I'm, a very grateful person. But to be able to say things out loud, I think is really important. But I think that this course or this program that you have, I think is interesting because it affords people the ability to know what they don't know. And we teach people here at This Is It TV a lot of what they don't know. Right. And people aren't exposed to it. They don't understand. Right. I'm going to go on a diet, and they think that that's different than I'm going to go work out. They think that that's different, and they think that I'm going to get mental wellness. They think that that's different, but mind, body, and soul together as a unit.
Right. So this is a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
It's not a nutrition program. It's a lifestyle change. Yeah. So you're learning things, and your nutrition, you're going to implement this. Moving forward. Yeah. And that's why it is a transition. It's a transformation because you're changing. You're changing a lot. You're changing. You're not a lot. In a good way. In a positive way. And that's going to affect, like I said, the trickle down effect to others around you. Right. They're going to be able to feel your energy because you're going to have a different energy. You will. It's guaranteed. I mean, I'm telling you. And that's awesome. So it's kind of bringing things back to the basics. Which it's easy to get lost into this world. And so it does take work. And it takes work. And it does take dedication. But it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. I mean,
this is so interesting, and I love it. And if more people out there want to get in touch with Karyn, please, I encourage you to do so. We're following, fanning, and liking everything that she's got going on. If more people want to do that, you know what I mean? But true, I mean, I think that a lot of it is the next step, gaining that help to pivot, gaining that help to be able to transition. And a lot of people do it in a lot of different ways. I have friends that are part of a number of different groups that are are part of a number of different programs and systems, and everyone might not be good for everyone, but Karyn might be perfect for you. So if people want to get in touch with you, where do they get that information?
Best way is to find me on Facebook. Just Google, Facebook, Karyn Cain, and I have my my like page, which is actually Karyn L. Cain. Or just friend me. That's fine too. And but if you just Google me, you'll find me. I'm on Instagram, all social media aspects of it. And but we can start baby steps. I'm definitely open to help people just take a little step or try something to get them on the right path.
For sure.
And then eventually maybe they're going to go for it. And take 90-day transformation into their own hands. You're taking your life and your well-being into your own hands to make change, a positive change, so that you can then bring that out into the world and be awesome.
Oh my God. Well, you're awesome, Karyn. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. We are so excited, so wonderful. Again, we'll share out all of Karyn's information so you have it, so you can follow, fan, and like her as well. We will be back with a little bit of closing of This Is It TV with Cheldin Barlatt Rumer. You just hang tight. Another message from Scream Your Dream. This Is It TV, IG Creative. Well, this is it. It's time for you to scream your dreams. Through my agency, IG Creative, I've spent close to 2 decades working with small business owners and entrepreneurs, helping them find their marketing voice. Now, through our Scream Your Dream program, we can help you. Our Scream Your Dream program comes in an array of different packages. Whether you're looking for a one-on-one experience, whether you work better within groups, or independently online, we have something for you. We've created this program specifically for small business owners, entrepreneurs, and independent sales professionals. We want to help you find your marketing voice. For more information on Scream Your Dream, log on to screamyourdream.com. We're here to help. Hello, everyone. We are back. It's Cheldin Barlatt Rumer from This Is It TV, IG Creative. That was your daily dose of lifestyle news celebrating the entrepreneurial spirit. We talked about that pivot. We talked about that transformation. And a lot of us, if not all of us, can't do it alone. We talked about being honest with ourselves and therefore being brave about our next step, getting out of the valley in which we are currently sitting. We talked about brewing in, acknowledging where we need to be and where we need to go based on where we currently are. Are we eating what we should be eating? Are we doing what we should be doing? Are we working out? Are we strong mind, body, and soul? Where there are resources out there for you to be helped, for you to take your life to the next level, whether it's business-minded or whether you're talking about your physique, your personal health, or personal relationships. I'm excited to bring those entrepreneurs to you, giving you resource, letting you know what you otherwise would have never known. There's a lot going on the World Wide Web, and our hope is to be able to hone in that information to make sure that you're living a better life. We know that it's hard. We know that you're inundated with what to do and where to go and how to be able to be the best self. But then also all of the challenges that you have in your life, whether you're a mother or a father or a husband or a wife or a business owner or a clerk or, a marketer or a salesman, whatever it happens to be, there's a journey that you are living. And oftentimes we cannot live these journeys alone. We want to get to the best place possible. We want to live the best life possible. And in a lot of cases, we're going to need some help. And asking for that help is a challenge. And asking for that help requires bravery. And my challenge to you is to be brave, is to believe that you deserve the best life possible. And with that best life, and with the fact that you deserve all in this world that is meant for you, you need to be brave enough to ask for the help. Because there are people like Karyn who are out there to be able to help you. We know that we are here to help you. We love you every single day here at This Is It TV. We are happy that you join us each and every day live from the Idea Performing Arts Center at the BB&T Pavilion on the Camden Waterfront. We broadcast live at 9 a.m. every single morning, Monday through Friday. For more information on This Is It TV, log on to thisisitTV.com and follow, fan, and like us at This Is It TV. Feel free to reach out to me directly at Cheldin Barlatt on all social mediums. We're here to be able to help you. If you know of any additional entrepreneurs that have a story to tell and would like to join us on the stage here at the Idea Performing Arts Center, make sure that you reach out to us. We're looking forward to hearing from you. We'll be back tomorrow with more This Is It TV with Cheldin Barlatt Rumer. Enjoy National Bosses Day. Thank you, Ben. National Bosses Day all day long. And get a little bite from National Pasta Day. You owe it to yourself. Gluten-free if possible, right, Karyn? Gluten-free if possible. Until tomorrow, we will see you then. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.